Good evening, and let's go ahead and get started with our regular meeting. We have entered into our regular meeting. How's everybody doing today?
Fine.
Outstanding, outstanding. We're going to have the invocation from Mayor Polk. That's who's going to be me. That's what I'm talking about. No, I'm not going to sing. Good evening. How's everybody doing? Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read you a little passage from Luke 19, 13, and 21. He called 10 of his servants he owned. He gave them 10 pieces of money and said to them, "Put this money to use until I return." But other men in his country hated him. They sent men after him to tell him they did not want him as their king. After he had been given their other nation, he returned as king. He asked for his servants who had received the money to come to him. He wanted to know how much more they had after putting it to use. The first one came and said, "Lord, the piece of money you gave me has made 10 more pieces." And he said to him, "You are a good servant. You have been faithful in using a little. Now I will let you be leader over 10 cities." The second man came to him and said, "Lord, the piece of money you gave me has made 5 more pieces of money." And he said, "You have been a good leader over 5 cities." And another man came to him saying, "Lord, here's your piece of money. I kept it, hid it in a piece of cloth. I was afraid of you." My thing is just right here. I look at being elected as the mayor of the city of Douglas and serving on this council as an opportunity for what God has blessed us to sit in those seats. So the question is, are we going to be like the first servant where we went out and we took what God had given us and we made it multiply? We made it better. We invested it wisely. Are we going to be like that second man who went in and he also made his investment multiply? Or are we going to be like the last man that didn't do anything with it? God has given us an opportunity to be impactful on the citizens of Douglas. To be impactful on the citizens of Douglas. One of the things that I remember when I was in the military as a young non-commissioned officer, 19 years old, little corporal, and a Vietnam vet told me this: do not be afraid to lead. Do not be afraid to lead. Being a leader, you will be lonely. You will make some decisions that everyone is not going to be happy with, but you must lead. You must lead. So as a commission, I think, and I'm thankful that God put us together. We're a very unique group. And I want us to be like that first individual. I want us to take what God has given us this opportunity to lead. Let's go to the Lord in prayer. Father God, it is I again, understanding that I am even not worthy to pray this prayer. And therefore, I call on Jesus to intervene for me once again. I also ask that Jesus intervene for the citizens of Douglas. I ask that Jesus intervene to express that the citizens of Douglas have an opportunity to excel as well as the mayor and commission. But we must understand that we are all given an equal opportunity to impact our city. And Father God, as we continue down this road, what roads lie ahead we are unknown of. That's why we ask that your hill of protection be around us. We ask that you continue to bless each member of the city of Douglas. Continue to bless our council, the staff, our city manager, our city attorney. We just ask these things in your name. God bless.
Amen.
Next, we will have our Pledge of Allegiance, and we are joined by the Coffee County Navy ROTC, and with us is Lieutenant Ortiz and Ensign Burnett. Please rise.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
As always, we have young adults doing of good in the community. It's always nice to see our youth being involved. Next on the agenda, we have our minutes from our last meeting. I entertain a motion.
Second motion.
It's been motioned and second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Excellent. Next, we'll move for approval of the order of the agenda.
Second motion.
It's been motioned and second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Outstanding. Next, we have on the agenda is the recognition of an Eagle Scout candidate. And this is Mr. Caleb Strong, I'm sorry. Strong. I am so sorry. With the assistance from family members, troop members, church members, and friends, this young man designed and built a 9-hole Frisbee golf course at Wheeler Park. The course includes a detailed map of the course as well as an outdoor display board to protect the map from the elements. In addition to the display board and detailed map, the course has course markers that identifies each hole. So at this time, I would like for Caleb and his family members to come up. This is Troop Master, Scout Master, Troop Master. How you doing? Outstanding. How you doing? You give me an education? Outstanding. Where you want?
Come on.
Let's put them in the middle. Let's put them. Before we do this right here, I always sit there and I was talking with his family. This young man here has taken his time and energy to design this course. And so many times, young men of his caliber and young ladies, like we saw with the Navy ROTC and the young man, Lieutenant Ortiz and Ensign Burnett, they get overshadowed by that small percentile of students or young adults that are not doing what they're supposed to do. And I always tell people this right here. At the City of Douglas, we have two spectrums. On one end of the spectrum, we have Chief of Police. On the other end of the spectrum, we have our Parks and Recreation Director, Mr. Stevie Young. Now, we can take the children to see Stevie Young, or we can pick them up out there at 825,000 drive. You know what I mean? But what we have to do is we also have to take the opportunity to recognize the young man that has set forth some hard work. Now, I had the opportunity to go to an Eagle Scout ceremony. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. Doing a little research, less than 2% of the Boy Scouts that actually participate in a troop nationally actually ever make it to the prestigious title of Eagle Scout. 2%. That's impressive. That is impressive. As I told him, designing that course impressed me. And I'm not an easy man to impress. But you have impressed me, young man. And I appreciate that. Good job. Next on our agenda, we would like to recognize the City of Douglas linemen. How you doing?
Doing good, Mayor Paul, thank you. Nationally, linemen are recognized across the country on April 18th, 2016 this year. We are actually going to have our luncheon on the day that ECG and MEAG will be putting on a program at the Capitol, April 19th. Would like to extend an invitation to Mayor and all the commissioners to come eat with us at the Electric Department, support these guys. Y'all know when it's nasty, raining, thunder, and lightning, these guys get out and restore power when it's out. Whether it's sunny, hot, cold, they're out there restoring power. So we want to recognize these guys and give them a little prop for what they do. I've had the pleasure of a couple of times since I've took over this department to be out with these gentlemen. It is an undertaking by, no joke, it's an undertaking. So we will recognize them. Like I say, we invite y'all to come. We'll have plenty of food, and we are going to let them bring their spouses or significant other to this event so they can
What was the
enjoy it
date?
with them.
Excuse me.
April 19th at
April
12
19th.
o'clock at the Electric Department. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much. Next on the agenda, we have our work session items brought forward, and as always, we'll turn this portion of the meeting over to our city manager, Mr. Jacobs. How are you doing this evening?
Doing fine, Mayor, thank you. The first item is the purchase of a SCADA lift station for wastewater treatment plant. Stanley Merritt, our purchasing agent, bring that forward.
Thank you, City Manager. I recommend that Mayor and Board of Commission approve the purchase of one SCADA lift station system as discussed in tonight's work session meeting, and also to approve the low bid submitted by Pumping Process Equipment of St. Mary's, Georgia, for grand total cost of $34,899.
Motion to approve.
It's been motioned and second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Next item is the purchase of a new 2016 Kubota RTV for the Public Works. Once again, Stanley Merritt.
I recommend that Mayor and Board of Commission approve purchase of one new Kubota RTV as discussed in tonight's work session meeting, and approve the low bid submitted by Crosby Equipment of Douglas, Georgia, for a grand total of $15,200.
Offer motion we approve.
It's been motioned and second. Any further?
Who all knows what an RTV is?
Something like a golf
Brooklyn
cart.
does. I had to ask. He said it's a side-by-side like a John Deere Gator. Now I knew.
Now you know.
I'm in favor.
So, not only have we going to move and vote on this, but we have also educated our commissioner.
I may have to snip a picture next time.
Okay,
That'd be nice.
outstanding. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Outstanding.
Thank you.
Thank you, Stanley. Next item is purchase of a downtown decorative LED lights. Mike Hudson, our utility director.
Thank you, Mr. Jacobs. It is a recommendation for the Mayor and Commission to approve the purchase of 60 LED light heads and 8 LED bollards for the downtown area from Annixter Power Solutions LLC for a total price of $72,344.
I offer a motion to approve.
Second motion.
It's been motioned and second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next item is the Downtown Development Authority appointments. Dale Batten, our community development director, will bring that forward.